Alright, here we are once again. This is the third match. Of course, we didn't get the first one because John didn't feel like telling me there was going to be a best of three. But this is the third of the best of three. ChicagoT taking the first one, and Alpha taking the second one in crushing fashion. And now we're going to see what happens because they are, yes, in close positions, a Metalopolis. What do you think this time, John? I mean, that was a great performance by Alpha in that last one. Slightly weak on Chicago's part because he just should have used all that gas. He had so much gas. He could have used it, but he didn't. So what do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, he was definitely getting carried away with his blink stalkers. But that was just the ideal non-counter to Thor's. If you direct yourself to the Help tab or press F12, you'll take a look at the Terran units. The Thor is actually strong against mainly the Marines, Mutas, and above all, Stalkers. God knows what she was thinking. He's a diamond player, pretty high as well. I mean, he's borderline master. What the hell was he thinking?
Well, maybe he wasn't thinking at all. But there is a mistake that is pretty common among players. Not that I'm a highly analytical guy who checks this stuff out all the time, but once a player decides that he wants to go blink stalkers and he puts it all into motion and stuff, and he gets the infrastructure down, like the building and the research to get it done, he doesn't really want to get off of them because he already put so much effort into getting them, and that was his plan. He doesn't change and adapt. They just keep going with it. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. Like I mean, there'll be games where I'll see that the guy's going for stalkers, so I'll just get a bunch of immortals, and how does he respond? He'll just keep getting more stalkers, which is kind of weird.
Well, against Immortals, since they're not exactly as powerful as Thor's or anything like that, or as easy to repair, obviously, it's not a terrible thing to do. Continue to go Stalkers because you can actually kite them, and you can also.
But if you have 1,600 gas, get some freaking Archons. I mean, you have the Templar Archive. Get some Archons.
No, yeah, true.
I mean,
I'll
that
give you
is obvious.
Yeah. But the only reason I could allow in the slightest the fact that he continued making stalkers is to exploit the oh, are you closing the door there? Okay, Jesus. I was wondering if somebody was walking in the room. The reason why I think he continued his stalker production is to exploit the mobility, especially the difference they had, because he had Thors really slow, and he was just trying to snipe out some command centers, buying some time so that he could get his probes back on the line, and perhaps pull a miracle out of that game.
Well, I don't know what he was thinking. We'll have to interview him later, of course. But I'll tell you what Alpha's doing, man. He's doing something odd, because instead of bringing down the mule with that first energy he gets off the orbital command, he decided to stick the extra supply in one of his supply depots, and then he went and hit a barracks at the back of his base there. I wonder what he's going for. Maybe some really early Marauder aggression.
He's done this to me so many times, and it is the most annoying thing in the world to deal with, because this is as fast as you can get a Stalker and a Zealot out this early in the game. But guess what? Terran could just pull out Marauders already with concussive shells and a couple Marines just to annoy the hell out of Protoss. Look, they're going to take out that Zealot with pretty... It's so easy. Look at that. Marauder slow this early in the game is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is unfair.
Yeah, this is what I have to resort to every time as well. If you lose the Stalker, you're pretty much losing the game. So he's got to pull off those probes and try to take out...
He's going to lose that Stalker. Watch this. Watch this.
Nah, he's got to be concerned about the...
And he's got it.
Well, that's
and without
ridiculous.
probes doing any mining, he ain't gonna get... Well, he can get one more Stalker out, but that's pretty much it, I think. Damn it. It's a great idea.
Great idea? Please. This is Blizzard's fault. Alright, I'm not going to go on about how ridiculous this is. He's got to get himself a Stalker out ASAP. I mean, there's a weak Marauder in there. He might even get that Marine. He did. And now he's just going to continue like this. I think Alpha, if he continues applying pressure and with a little careful micro, he could definitely take out this.
I don't know how much pressure he's going to keep applying because he just decided to throw down an expansion there. But these Marauders can still make a good deal of trouble up in this base, and that's about it.
You know what? Keep the stream going, because you're going to see Chi is probably going to range and say... Range? He's going to range. No, he's probably not going to because he's aware he's being recorded.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him, but I gotta say that it's never great when you see what was that, a 7-minute match or whatever it was? No, 6 minutes and 43 seconds. Wonderful. It's not great when you see a match end that quickly because you know that someone got cheese there, but can we actually call it cheese when that was actually just 2 barracks, Marauders with upgrade, and off you go for a little poking and prodding? I mean,
Whoa, is it not cheese? The fact that... No, this is more of a technical cheese. The fact that Blizzard hasn't made the Marauder upgrade, take longer than 2 seconds to make it happen.
I think it
It's
should be
just
factory
ridiculous.
dependent.
That's
just like the
alright.
Reaper.
That's not a bad idea. But then...
Just like
Nah,
the Reaper, man. If it works for the Reaper, it works for the Marauder. It's just fine, because Marauder slow is far too powerful. I mean, the only thing that can nullify a Marauder slow is being massive. And you ain't going to get massive units in the first 6 minutes and 43 seconds. So it should be factory dependent. That's it, Blizzard. And all 5 of our viewers out there, tell Blizzard to switch it to factory dependent upgrade. That's it.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's going a bit too far because the Marauder is a key unit in the starting in any game, really. So I just like to see an increase in the amount of time it takes to upgrade Marauder slow, because you know how long it takes? I think it's actually literally, and no joke, about 30 seconds. And that's ridiculous.
Not, but it's not too far from that either.
And that's ridiculous. I mean, the amount of time you take to make a Marauder is the amount of time you take to make the upgrade, and you could do both at the same time. I mean, how convenient is that? And then all you have to do is send out 2 Marauders and 2 Marines against close position protoss. What are you going to do? You're going to win.
Well, yeah. That's
So-
pretty much the long and short of it. And I guess on that note, we can just go ahead and end it, because Terran's OP.
Yeah, no fucking kidding, man. Fuck this shit. It's unbelievable. Stop the stream. Catch you later.
See you guys later.